Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, Just Average Guy channel. So I'm going to kind of go over today's little project. I'm going to go over something that I did, and I didn't film it, but it was relatively easy. So today we're going to be fixing shop solvent parts cleaner tank. That thing is probably pretty close to being as old as I am. So what we had going on here is I was cleaning some. I've used it a couple times when I got it. It was given to me by my dad. Cleaning some parts. Then I went to open it up one day and started trying to clean some other stuff. Turned it on, no fluid come out of it. I was like, oh, maybe I had to prime up. I don't know. Well, turns out I didn't have to prime up anything. I had a broken piece, so that broke off there. Yeah, and it's right here, broken in that hose. So what I do? Started looking for this piece because I had no idea where to find it. Well, guess what? Where did I find it? Amazon. Got it on Amazon. So that's what we're going to tackle today on this video. I'm going to fix that, but I also wanted to go over what I did the other day. I didn't film it. It literally took me, I don't know, 15 minutes. So get into my truck here. So I have a 21 Ram, obviously Mopar. And my wife got me a dash cam for Christmas. So again, it took me like 15 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes to put this thing in. It was really easy, really simple. I liked it. Works good as far as I can tell right now, because I haven't even drove my truck yet. But I got it put in, and it also has a camera in the back. So there's actually 3 cameras on this thing with recording. Again, Amazon, 120 bucks maybe, I think. But to give you guys a little rundown on what I did. So with the Rams, you got a power outlet right here. Works great. You don't have to tear anything apart. I ran the wires up here, tucked it up into the headliner, ran it around the headliner here, tucked it. I didn't even have to de-trim anything, which I like that, because it's just a pain in the ass sometimes having to de-trim this plastic. But I was able to stick it up in here, run it up into the headliner, and I ran it around the seal here. I was able to just tuck it up into the headliner and run the cord for the back camera. So yeah, so we go to the back seat here. There's where the rear camera is. So, and again, I ran it up into the headliner, ran it around the door, through the B pillar, and then up to the front. Piece of cake. And like I said, I was gonna do the process on it, but it didn't take very long. It was relatively easy on this. That's why you got a Ram. So, but that's that. So, let's get to the other part, fixing that parts cleaner. All right, guys. Well, here we're back to this. Now I gotta get this out of there. These are chemical resistant lines. I was having a tough time trying to find these. They're pretty hard. So I'm gonna try to reuse them, but I got to get this out of that. And of course, like I said, these were chemical resistant Goodyear lines. They're probably as close to being as old as I am. I know they're probably between 25 and 30 years old, but not bad for this thing. You know, when I got it last year and got it cleaned up, put some fresh solvent in it, parts cleaner. To have this break after only 30 years, I mean, it's a pretty good part right there. So we're gonna undo this hose clamp, try to get this nipple out of here. And don't forget our gloves. You don't want the chemicals all absorbing into your skin. That's why oil is considered a carcinogen. So you don't want to, you know, how it can give you cancer and all that wonderful stuff. But so let's get these pieces off of here. All right, so the other thing with a good old Home Depot, the one thing I didn't realize with the piece I got off Amazon was the threads are bigger, a lot bigger on the ends. I don't know if they changed that for durability, but the inlet and outlet are the exact same size, but the threads are way bigger. So I had to go to good old Home Depot and get an adapter. No biggie. So we'll get this put together. But again, I gotta try to get this out. Now this thing's been clamped on here for 30 plus years. Good luck getting that out. Yeah. I mean, it twists in there. I can twist it without a problem. But, and of course, this is chemicals. We can't really use any heat to try to soften up that rubber without potentially catching shit on fire. Don't want to do that. That's bad news. So yeah. So what I could do is I could cut this and shorten it down. Don't really want to do that, but we could do that. I mean, we got enough length here. Where we could do that. We could do that. I think we will do that. Okay. Trials and tribulations. look, I'm gonna yank on this and break something else. Because it's not very flexible anymore. Yeah, good old dikes. Or we can, let's try a different way before we go ahead and cut that. Good old utility knife. Sheesh. Cool. There's that one. So I just went to Home Depot and got a new one. Why? Because I'm not screwing with trying to get that plastic out of there. I don't want to. Don't feel like it. There's that piece. All right. Let's hook it all up. well, we got this top back put on here. And as you can see, everything is back together. Put this on. Works the way it's supposed to, huh? Looks like we're good to go. So, thanks for joining on this one. Until I find another thing to fix or project to do. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.